Hi everyone, welcome. Oh, so happy you guys are here. Thank you for those of you who are here. Let's get into this live. I apologize. I'm about 20 minutes late. I apologize, everybody, but let's get into the reading. I have just recorded a bunch of videos. Hi, Carla. How are you? Carla says hello. Hi, Carla. Ribeiro, you're in Brazil, like Portuguese. It's a very Portuguese. I have a lot of people that watch me in Brazil. I'm so grateful. Really, I'm very honored. Um, and the Southern Hemisphere in general, like Australia, South Africa. So thank you, everybody. Yeah. So let's get into this. Oh, Porto. I used to. I went there, Porto, in Portugal. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Porto is beautiful. Wow. Thank you for joining me from Portugal. How amazing. Um, I was there. I went there when I was 19, 16 years ago. Oh my gosh. And yeah, it was one of the most beautiful places. I made a promise to myself that I would buy land or buy a house there. but because of the EU laws and stuff, it's very hard for non-Europeans to buy that. But it's okay. It's just very beautiful. So I loved Portugal. So thank you for watching me from Portugal. I feel honored. Okay, so we're going to be covering famous exes. I've decided to do this for the next sort of few while. I used to do them before. They did really well. You guys liked it a lot. And I like to do lives that people show up to. So I can exchange energy. I don't like to just talk to myself. I like to have other people in it too. So yeah, I'm really excited to be doing this. We're going to start off with Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake. First, I'm just going to burn some Palo Santo. I have my candle in Palo Santo. I have my crystals. I have my selenite. I have my turquoise for protection, for calm. And yeah, let's get into it. So thank you, everybody. Please like the video on your way in. We're going to be covering 3 exes. Every week, I will cover different exes. So please write the exes you would like me to cover. It is late on my end. It must be really late for you, Carla. It's like probably because 9 plus 6. Wow, it's like 3 a.m. for you. That's crazy. So thank you for joining me on such a late time. Yeah, so let's get into it. I'm using the Angel Tarot. I haven't used this tarot deck in a very long time. I love this tarot deck. I'm going through a lot of my tarot decks. I have like 20-something tarot decks. So I'm going through my tarot decks and I found this and I'm like, I haven't used it in a while, so I'm just going to cleanse it really quickly with some candle fire. How's the sound, by the way? Is it okay? I'm using my new microphone. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm covering Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake. So go back and watch my previous videos I did about them. I was accurate a lot about them. So check it out. I did say Justin Timberlake's going to cancel. In fact, I just recorded a Justin Timberlake alone video that's coming up very soon. So check that out. It'll be premieres tomorrow for members and then later for other people. Also, I just want to mention, if you want to become a member, go to my membership tab. And it will give you 2 options. One is the regular membership, the other is Learn Tarot. If you want to learn tarot with me, it's $9.99 a month. And I produce a video every week. Yes, okay, so it was you. Hi, Marissa. How are you? Marissa says, yes, you said he would be sick and was. I've made so many predictions. I can't, thank you for telling me that, because I made so many predictions. I can't remember exactly what I predict. And I remember you wrote a comment which prompted me to make the video. Yeah, I'm glad you're good. And it prompted me. So I can't remember exactly what I said, but I do remember saying that he was going to cancel his shows and his tour. I'm very well. Thank you for asking, Marissa. If you could just tell me what I said, I can't remember, whenever you can. So, yeah, she said, I said he was sick. By the way, thank you for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining. So I want to just clarify the energies. I actually have predicted a lot that's come true about Justin Timberlake. He's a fellow Sun and Aquarius. I used to have, my first celebrity crush was Marvin Gaye, and then it was Justin Timberlake. And I used to have for years, I had a major crush on him until the whole Britney Spears thing happened. And I was like, you know what? No, actually, it was the Janet Jackson thing that happened. And I was like, you know what? I'm good on this guy. Like, not taking accountability at all about it. I just could see, even though I was very young when it happened, I could see right through his energy and I didn't want anything to do with it. He also reminded me of a fellow ex that I have who's also an Aquarius. And it's just like, we broke up around the same time the Nipplegate thing happened. I was like, you know what? It reminds me too much of my ex. Okay. Said he was going to get sick and cancel shows, and that it would not go away. Wow. And that's what happened. He had the flu. It was really, yes. Okay. I do remember. Okay. Wow. Interesting. Thank you for telling me that. I don't remember that prediction. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. a lot of things I predict. People will tell me you've made this prediction. I'm like, what? I don't remember doing that because it's not me. It's a message coming through me. So yeah. So let's expand on the energy of them too. Yeah, much appreciated. So let's expand on the energy between them and what is going to come. So I'm going to use just one card and the energy. What is going to come? What is going to come? What is going to come with this? So, Page of Water. So I'm going to read to you. I don't use this deck in years. Actually, I think like 2 years. A new person. First it says intuitive, sensitive, artistic, and friendly. A new person enters your life, a relationship begins a new phase, heightened psychic abilities. So this actually is a hint to the video that I just recorded of him. I see a new love coming into his life. And I don't want to expand too much on it because I want you guys to watch the video. But I do see a new love entering his life. Let's see on her end. Let's see, let's get a message for Brittany, specifically Brittany. Oh, wow. She says it's Jessica's birthday today, too. Interesting. Thank you for sharing that. Today is the 3rd of March. Okay, yeah. I thought she was a February Pisces. That's very interesting. Okay. So I got 6 of air. Things are looking up. The end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. So I think that for Brittany, this really helped her release a lot. I think she carried, and I feel so, my heart goes out to her because I think she carried the burden of what happened between them for years. And it's just so sad. Like, my heart aches when I think about what she had to endure, but she kept quiet. And I think a lot of it is her Aquarius moon, her moon in Aquarius. I have a moon in Aquarius and I can do that too. But I won't tell the truth about someone that I've cared for deeply because I feel bad if they're seen in a bad light. And I could just tell that about her. So I think her releasing this, and sometimes it is important to just be honest to get it off your chest because holding on to things like that can be your demise, can really be your demise. So let's see what's going to happen in the future between them. Okay, so I get King of Air. Brilliant, impartial, professional, diplomatic. Speak your mind with confidence. Look at that. Seek out professional advice. Balance mental and emotional consideration. So I think that this had to come out in order for them to fulfill a part of their destiny in life. And I think it had to come out for them to be, because they are in the public light, in order for the energy to shift on a public level. If that makes sense. I think his new song, Drown, is about Brittany. Haven't listened to his music in a while. I used to really like his music. I don't like his music anymore. I used to really like his music a lot. Drown is about, okay, so let's look up the lyrics really quickly. And then I'll share my screen. Drown, Justin Timberlake. I'll share my screen with you guys. Hope it's not mean. Okay, so let me share my screen. Let's see. Settings. Oh, hi Brianne. How are you? She says, hello, no lie. My birthday was yesterday, so glad I called. Oh, I'm so happy. I hope you had a wonderful birthday. And yeah, sending you lots and lots of love. It's every birthday I'm just so happy. Okay, that I get to live another life. I recently lost my sister. It's only since then do I appreciate birthdays because I used to get really depressed on my birthday. But not everybody can celebrate another birthday. Just saying that. Okay, let's do Drown by Justin Timberlake. So, drown, drown, drown. Surface. Should have known your love was nothing but the surface. I'm so over him. I'm in the deep end. I can't fight the current. I don't know, Marissa, if you remember this, or if anybody remembers this, when I did say that he would keep blaming her. I did say that. I don't know if you remember that, Marissa. Marissa says, supposedly he wrote it in the POV of her and about himself. Wow, interesting. Of her about himself. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's go back. Should have not. Okay, try to keep my head above it. And you've been begging me to stay. And I've been trying to be your wave. But it's about to break because you showed me exactly who you are and I should have believed it. Oh, please. You left me alone in the dark with all your demons. See, this is what I can't get behind Justin Timberlake because what is that? Like, what? That's crazy talk. Anyways, I'm so over him. Thank you. It was good. I'm so glad you had fun. Yeah. Okay, so back to the reading. So yeah, I do see them completing. Go back. Them completing like a cycle of this by 2025 because things are about to happen in his relationship. Yes, I did say, yeah, he will continue. Guys like him. I was watching, I love Love is Blind, okay? I don't know if you guys watch Love is Blind. And I was watching this podcast earlier on Sundays, I kind of wake up late and I do some work and then today I decided to record because I couldn't record in the week. But I often watch my podcasts about like Love is Blind and stuff like that. I was watching Out of the Pods, and one of the hosts said that she got cheated on and like brought up memories from the past of when I was cheated on. And it just reminded me that people like this, because men and women can be like this, people like this, you will never get an apology from them. You can literally go to them and say, I have this, I have that. But his rising is often Sagittarius, and I feel like sometimes Sagittarius can be like that, but that's another story for another day. But you can go to them and be like, you did this, you did that, and they'll be like, no, I didn't. I know. And they'll avoid accountability at all costs. And it's infuriating, And you have to just acknowledge that sometimes people are just horrible. They exemplify horrible actions. And I don't know if they're bad necessarily, that's not up to me to judge. But some people can behave in the worst way and they'll never ever take accountability for what they've done. So that's all I have to say about that. Okay, so let's move on. Thank you, Marissa, by the way. Thank you, everybody who is joining and who wrote. I'm glad you had a great birthday, Brianna. I'm really glad. That makes me happy to hear. I love your smile, by the way. I absolutely love it. Yeah, never take accountability. It's like insane. I'm gonna tell you guys a quick story. I am from New York, okay? Even though I have an accent, I grew up in 2 different countries, but I was born in New York. I lived in New York for a huge chunk of my life. And from my late teens through my 20s. And when I was in New York, I would date the most horrible guys. And I would constantly find myself in this like cycle of being lied to, cheated on, not necessarily ghosted, but just being treated. No, 2 of them did ghost me actually, and then it reappeared later. But it is what it is. I don't take ghosting personally. But after all those situations, and dealing with guys from New York, and that podcast earlier reminded me of when I stayed these guys in New York, I learned that you can never force anybody to take accountability. They have to do it themselves. You can literally be like, you did this, you did that. Scream from your rooftop. But they'll never admit it. And that's what I learned. I actually used to date this guy. He was a Wall Street banker. He was a very cool guy. And his friend, I shared a friend with his friend. That's how we met. And his friend one time came up to me and was like, your friend, I mean, the guy that you're seeing, my friend, which is very shady too. He was engaged. And I was like, what? Because we've been dating for like 3 months. He's like, he's engaged. I'm not going to say his name because it's not very nice of me to do. But I was just so shocked because he was such a cool guy. Like, he picked me up from work. We'd go out, we'd hang out. And I really liked him and I saw a future with him. And I sometimes think about that story because I was like, did I jump to conclusions? First, I confronted him and I was like, okay, so can you tell me? Apparently, I don't want to say her name either, but the friend told me the fiance's name and everything and that they lived together. And I was so shocked because he would spend time with me, and I never went to his place. So some of the stories started to line up, because he said that they lived together. And he said that they lived in Tribeca, I think. But anyways, so the friend told me that story. And I confronted him and I was like, okay, who is this person? I said her name. He was like, oh, I was going to tell you about that. I'm like, okay, when are you going to tell me? He's like, oh, I used to be engaged. So I was like, oh my gosh. But stuff like that, And somebody's like, should I have believed him? I'm like, no. Why? He should have told me that. He's like, I don't want you to be a rebound. And I'm like, okay, so you're going to lie to me because you don't want me to be a rebound. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Could you also do an update about? Yes, I will do one soon. I've just fallen back on videos. I'm so sorry because I'm launching a website very soon, so I've fallen way back on videos. So I apologize. But has that ever happened to you guys? Where you've fallen someone and you're like, this person is like so what I want, but they have this like, should I believe them? Should I not? Should I? People have said, yeah, you do, you really do. You have a beautiful smile. I can see that. Yes, we'll always spin it on you. And it's like, am I crazy? I remember because this happened 8 years ago. Yeah, 8 years ago. Crazy. And I just remembered like we used to go on the best dates. I have other stories where I did believe them and I ended up being heartbroken. But we used to go on the most, he'd be so thoughtful. I forgot which sun sign. I think he was a Gemini actually, which when I date Geminis, we usually get along very well. My best dating experience have been Gemini and Sagittarius. But I was just like, I can't believe you, just very sad because I might have believed him. We could have ended up being together, but it's just like I'm not willing to take that chance anymore. Like if my intuition tells me you lied to me, I'm not gonna go forward with you because I don't want you to spin it around on me. But yeah, so that's just to tell you guys that story. Okay, so let's move on to James Kennedy and Kristen Dutte. So this is from Vanderpump Rules. I don't know if you guys watch Vanderpump Rules, but I used to really like the show. Lately, I haven't been really feeling it. I don't know what's been going on with the show, but it's not delivering as quite as much. Scandal. If you guys watch Scandal, Tom Sandoval cheated on his longtime girlfriend. She's come out with a lawsuit saying that it's a lot. So James Kennedy was one of like the early, he's still on the show, and he looks so much like James. Yeah, I think he looks like James Dean. He's also a Sun in Aquarius. So is she. She's also Sun in Aquarius. But he's a Sun Aquarius in January. She's Sun Aquarius in February. So I wanted to look up the energies, because she alleges that he used to do physical things, unfortunately, to her, which I actually believe. But let's see. Let's see the energy of them and what's going to happen in the future. Okay, I'm changed to Star Child Tarot. So 2 of Cups. So I feel like Bravo, which is NBC is the parent, Bravo is the child network. Bravo creates a lot of reality TV shows, including Vanderpump Rules, Real Housewives, and so forth. Bravo is going to force them, or not really force, but like convince them that they should be closer than they are. That it's in their best interest to stop speaking negatively of one another in order for both of their shows to flourish. Because Kristen, I don't know if you guys know this, but Kristen was fired from Vanderpump Rules for her and her friend Stacy being racist towards Faith. I actually remember watching that episode and it made me so uncomfortable. It made me stop watching Vanderpump Rules for quite some time. Also because I just moved to LA and I was like, I cannot handle the burger fry or that superficial lifestyle. But I think that they're going to be forced to be close with one another and or just stop speaking about each other in a negative light, which is very difficult for Aquarius. You know, something that I'm working on within myself is that if I had a bad experience continually with someone, I'm very honest about it. And sometimes it doesn't come across like well-meaning, you know, but Aquarius were just very vocal, very opinionated people. And I see that happening with both of them. Like, people don't really get it. I can be over a situation and still feel a certain way about, still feel the right to speak about it in a certain way. People think it's being negative, but I don't look at it like that. But a lot of people do. And I do not have a good energy about James Kennedy and his relationships. I think he has some healing to do. So let's see what's going to happen moving forward. I just got a notification saying Australia, Bravo. What happened with Australia? Okay. The Empress. So the more that Kristen, she has a new show coming out called The Valley with Jax. All the people basically that got fired, except for Stassi, got fired from Vanderpump Rules, going to have their own show. Instead of, she's going to start to shine. People are going to love her again. And that's when he's going to want to make amends with her. So I see them talking, not necessarily in a relationship capacity, but more as friends. Because the thing about James Kennedy, he loves fame. His rising is Sagittarius. And most Sagittarius love fame. love, love, love fame. Okay, now let's move on. Does anybody have anything to say about that? And let's move on to Camila Cabello and Shawn Mendes. Let me change my deck for that. I'm going to use the Crystal Magic Tarot for this. So Camila Cabello and Shawn Mendes. Let's pull some cards. I haven't done a video about them in a while. I've been meaning to, but again, I've been so busy. But I see very strongly that a lot of what I predicted has come true with them. I said they were going to break up, and they did. A lot of people. That was actually one of the videos I got the most hate on when I predicted that they wouldn't be together anymore. People were like, "You're such a hater," and I'm like, I don't wish this. I just see what happens, So that's what I saw. And then when it came out, I got a lot of messages. I remember I was actually at the gym, and I came out the gym, and they were like, "You were right, you were right." And I was like, "You see, that's right. It's not necessarily me. It is the energy." So let's see. Where are they now? Like, what's happening between them as we speak energetically? So with the Hierophant, I think that when they were together, they had a lot of deals. I think that's why they ended up staying together for longer than they did, because they had a lot of deals together. They got sponsorships, they created a fandom of their own, like surrounding just the couple. So because of that, they created so much off of it that it was hard to break away from, Especially in the world of Hollywood, there's so much. It takes so long to build that once you have it, it's hard to walk away from. So with the Hierophant, I see here that they might have a potential song in the works again, or they're gonna work together in some capacity. It might be like a publicity stunt, because I think a lot of their relationship was based off PR. They might have like a publicity stunt or something of that nature that's going to bring them back together for financial purposes. Hierophant is the card of Taurus, and it's usually about work stability and material possession. So let's see what's going to happen in the future. Okay, Ace of Swords. So another breakup. Her sun is in Pisces. I think she just had a birthday actually. Her sun is in Pisces. His sun is in Leo. And those two signs are really not compatible. It would take, for them to be compatible, it would take the Leo having some air and some water in their chart, and the Pisces having obviously some fire, but not too much, and having earth for grounding, in order for it to be compatible, in my opinion. I'm just somebody that loves astrology. And because there's so much lack of compatibility with them, they tend to like come together, break away, tend to come together, break away. But when they break away, it's like a big breakaway. It's like a block their number, never speak to them again, never engage with them again. Like it's a huge like repel. So I see here her getting like an assistant or someone to send him something that's like basically like F you. Because I just got the song on my head. What's that song called? Let me quickly look it up. F you or something like that. F you and your mother and your heart and your. Let me see. Do you guys know that song I'm talking about? F you and your mother and your. That kind of thing. No, I can't find it. I'm getting Lillian. That's not the song I'm thinking of, but it's like a cute pop song. I love my pop songs. But that song, it's like, so that kind of energy. But she's like, I did all of this for you, and you just ended up screwing me over. You're so selfish. You said this, you said that. Tried to be friends with you every time I tried to be friends with you. We can't be friends, And that being like done by the end of this year. So we might see some sightings of them in public and so forth. And then that's it. Just done. Absolutely done. So that's what I have for you guys. Does anybody have something to say? Do you have any questions about the people I just did readings on? If you want to request a video, please write in the community tab. Just because I am pressed for time, I have work in the morning and I just want to get some yoga in. And I do my face mask and I take a bath. So if you do want to request a video, please write it in the community tab. If you remember, I automatically make it unless it goes against my guidelines. But yeah, this has been so fun, everybody. I'm very grateful to have done this with you all. I will be going live soon again. I'm thinking Sundays, again, but who knows? Because my time right now, I'm launching a website on the 15th of March, and I have very limited time, so I will try to bring it live sometime within the next week, if not Sunday before that. I'm trying for Sunday, or it might be Thursday. But yeah, so stay tuned. I'm so grateful for all of you that join, that support. And yeah, I'm very, very grateful. So